What is happening, Nerd Nation? Welcome to another episode, Nine Nerd Yards. We are breaking down a show again, the season finale of an episode where Pedro Pascal takes a kid from some sketchy people. We are not talking about the end of Mandalorian. We are talking about The Last of Us. And this is episode 9. Look for the light. Let's introduce the panel. Let's talk about the episode. You know him. You love him. Mr. International, a.k.a. Producer T, Producer
It's
Terry.
worldwide.
Oh, yeah, Mr. Worldwide. What's happening, sir? How you doing, man? Welcome back to the States.
I hate this place, man. This is like living in this country makes you a hater. It's because I live here, man, and I'm just jet lagged.
Said,
I don't want to hear
hate
about
it. I hate it here.
About their fucking I lost an hour. I lost fucking 14 of them. All right, I don't want to hear shit. You don't want to time, put it out, do something, but I don't want to hear it right now.
Well, he's a hater for a reason, and we love him. And you know him, you love him. El Presidente, El Capitan, the Joel to our Ellie. It is 9. 9, what's happening, baby?
Oh, I like that. What's up, nerds? What's up, nerds? And you know what? Daylight savings does fuck with me. I'm fucked up right now. So, fuck your 14 hours. That 1 hour is enough to brick me. So, whatever.
Well, we.
I'm going to be honest. It threw me off, but I didn't complain. So if nobody knows, then I keep it to myself. Like that. Here's the thing about online and social media. You don't have to tell people what you're going through. You can just go through it. Just want to be honest.
That's the only reason why I do this shit. I need therapy, and this is the cheapest way for me to get it out.
I can put you in touch with my therapist. We can hook you up. But let's get right into this episode. Episode 9, Look for the Light. It is the season finale. Terry, I want to hear your thoughts about this. How'd you enjoy this?
I did enjoy it, but I'm going to start with complaints, of course.
You're going to start with some hate. Yeah.
Like, wow, this runtime was like the shortest one, right?
I feel like it's definitely one of the shortest ones.
Shorter ones, and that's so weird for a fucking season finale like that. If you're gonna have most season finales usually be like the longest episodes, what you want to cram in the most and stretch it out as long as possible. This one was just like da 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 da. I was like, let me kind of savor some moments, let me enjoy some stuff, but
yeah.
Well, I did
notice to like be done with it. It seemed like
I have noticed that with like HBO shows, they may actually go a little bit more in on their like penultimate episode. Like I remember like watching Game of Thrones and feeling like, oh, it's not like the season finale that really does it. It's usually like the episode before the season finale that kind of like, advances the story a lot, or like a big, longer production. But for this one, I was definitely expecting there to be a bit more, but not to say that it was a bad episode, right?
It was a very good episode. I
thought it was like a pretty big gut punch. I was unaware. I've stayed away from spoilers for this whole thing. Haven't been going to any like subreddits or looking too deep into like Twitter rabbit holes and trying to stay away from what happened. And goddamn, that actually hit pretty hard to where I was like, ooh, what does that mean?
Right. Yeah, and we'll get into I think exactly the point that you're getting at. But I thought this was a hell of a way to end the season and set us up for the next one. And my only complaint, maybe Terry's rubbing off on me. My only complaint, though, was for a show that is The Last of Us and it is around zombies. Well, there weren't a whole bunch of them around.
Exactly.
So,
right. Not like, in the present.
Help me out. We haven't seen, we saw one in this episode, right? Because like it's part of Ellie's story. But outside of that, like it just seems like the bad guys are not zombies. The bad guys are other people. What has happened in Film Age Studios? Thank you for
What's
dropping
up,
in,
Mitzi?
saying hi.
You have some thoughts about this episode. Leave them.
Yeah, drop your thoughts. Drop your thoughts. Leave a comment. Also, smash the like button and tell your friends who
Click
are
her
Last of
that
Us
like
fans.
button.
Yeah. I like that.
Also, can we say two conclusions you can make? Either Joel is like the most badass person there is out there, or
Yes.
the Fireflies are trash.
Yeah, both can be true.
I feel like
I think
both
those
can
things
kinda
are
be
not
true in
mutually
here.
exclusive. Yeah.
Just man, he was just dropping them left like they were sorry, like just full trash. How many people he killed? Like more than 10 people, right?
Right,
bro.
If you can
them.
wipe them out in a montage, then they're trash.
He didn't even have his own weapons. We're like killing people, and they're like, "Oh, I got it." Just like the game where you have to like shoot somebody. I ran out of ammo.
Yeah.
Well, gotta take their gun.
And
Right.
it wasn't, and like it wasn't even John Wick style, like where it's flashy and like like there's like some hand-to-hand fighting.
Decker Cliff's coming in hot. Oh yeah,
yeah,
bro. There was no John Wick though. It was just like boom, you're dead. Boom, you're dead. Boom, you're dead.
Ba-boom.
Ba-doom. Oh, you're running. Ba-doom. Oh, you're unarmed. Ba-doom.
One dude surrendered, and he's just like pop. I was like,
all headshots.
My
All
God.
headshots. And I'm not sure if it's because of that, like Ellie loved, like he was just kind of going Terminator style. But yeah, they could have put up a better fight. At least like wound him a little bit, like do something.
They ain't get one shot.
Do
That poor doctor. I'm not gonna.
Oh my God, I was gonna talk about that later.
The literal definition of bringing a knife to a gunfight, like literally.
There's so much we can talk about it, but I just wanted to just say, God damn.
Oh, come better with come correct. Yeah,
you try.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll go.
Fight better. Nice.
You got some. You're spry. You're wiry. You got a little fight in you. Way to go! You still get clapped. That's the name of the game.
Right. You get an E for effort.
Have you not been hearing all that fucking gun shooting that's been going on in the hospital? And
right.
You finally made it up to your top floor.
The surgery room is also like a soundproof, like vocal studio booth. You can also mix an album in there.
Assumed.
Yeah. And it literally reminds me of like this comment literally reminds me of that old man where he's like, somebody call the EMS. He's like, but not for me.
Someone call the doctor, Doc. You're gonna need one.
Oh, exactly this.
A wow moment of a HBO finale.
It wasn't, and like to your point, Nine, right? Like HBO does this thing where the episode before the finale, whatever, like it is the hard hitting episode, and then we usually taper down. And I don't want to say it's a safe like exit into the next season because there was a lot going on, but it just was never one. Like it's like having an album from your favorite artist, and you're like, this is all good, but like there's not a lead single here. That's kind of what this felt like. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think the goofiest moment. How are we going to do this? How are we breaking this thing down?
Let's just go all over. Let's just kind of go all over.
Just go all over. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a
short
enough
episode too.
I will start with the beginning of just. I thought that was kind of interesting how they showed how Ellie is immune. That her mom was bitten and she kind of got it.
Very fascinating. I was like pretty enamored by like how they fit that in too. I was like, okay, why is Ellie immune? But then they kind of like foreshadow it a little bit of like why Marlene would even have this hint of like what happened, right?
She's basically post-apocalyptic Blade. Like,
yes,
like
yes, that's
your parent is bitten as you're being born or right before you're born. Great, great. That must have been the bite. That must have been where she was bitten.
Yeah,
somewhere around here. But like that's essentially what this reminded me of. I'm like, oh, this is a mutant origin story if I've ever seen one.
Exactly. Yeah.
Like for me, I thought it might have been just like environmental. Maybe she was just born, and now the humans just quickly had a quick evolution thing, and all future kids being born probably had more immune kids. It was like, oh God, what was that zombie movie that came out where the little girl was kind of a zombie, but not really? And then they had more children that were like kind of zombies, but not really.
I think I know what you're thinking about. Drop it in the comments below if you
and it was
have
and they had like mushrooms and stuff. The thing that was poisoning everybody was kind of like a mushroom spore.
Okay, don't know what it is.
Maybe it's like the girl with all the gifts or something.
Girls with all the gifts. That was it.
Is that it?
Okay.
Yeah,
that
girl
may
with
be
all
it.
the gifts. So I kind of thought it was like a girl with all the gifts type thing, where like children are just kind of being kind of born better against it.
Also, just want to point this out: Pedro Pascal does not like medical procedures done to his children. Just want to point that out. Just
right. Do not touch my adopted kid with the scalpel at all.
I feel like I could get me a movie script off real quick if I just make something about a dad protecting some kid that really isn't his.
Yeah.
Call it Pedro. Like if I met him, I'd just tell him I'd have the script.
Yeah.
You might give me a shot. It's like I'm a dad. I'm a fake dad.
Again, perfect.
Yeah. All right. You got my attention.
It's something you're used to, but it's going to be different, right? Oh man, but yeah, I really like to again how they started it, and especially one of my favorite bits after, of course, the opening was how we see this post-traumatic Ellie. And she is just distraught. I really like this because we talked about it last week, how real it is, like going through something like this. And then it's not just a typical show where just like, all right, like this happened and then we move on and you're still acting like the same character. Like, no, like this character went through something. This character felt something. And this character is still grieving and like trying to like 14, 15 years old, still trying to process like, what the fuck just happened? Also, I just killed somebody, you know? So I really thought that was a neat way to start with the Ellie and Joel story.
Othelius, what's up, man? How you doing?
Basically how it went in the game too.
Okay. Yeah, we don't have our resident Last of Us expert here.
I believe she's out. Shout out to Kirsten. I believe she's out watching John Wick. I did see her this morning.
Hanging out with Keanu Reeves without us, but you know, big ups to her because she got our product in his hand.
Yeah, she gave Keanu Reeves some stickers, NineNerdYards merch and shit. So,
I've got them on. I've got the sticker right here on my mic.
Yeah, we now have stickers.
Yeah, right there.
Some stickers. Just put on your gear. You know what I mean? Make it all branded. Yeah. Put us everywhere.
Likes and we'll drop us some real good comments. We'll pick some people to send stickers out to.
Yeah, little swag bags.
Child Kirsten, she is missed for this one.
But yeah, she did say when I gave her all the stickers so that way. Luckily, and again, Keanu Reeves has a 9NerdYards sticker, just so everybody knows. Shout out your favorite Keanu movie. But she is in to premiere by now, or might still be in line to watch John Wick, which they're premiering South by Southwest, maybe about right now. So, Kirsten, we miss you. We love you. And everybody out there, walk us through. If you're familiar with the game, we're going to need you to be our Kirsten for this episode. Drop us like what moments were exactly like the video game. Othelius is saying this basically went how the video game went too. All right, this is perfect. And like what specific moments were kind of word for word, and then what moments they maybe went off track. My familiarity by watching reviews, it seemed like there's a giraffe, you know, like they get captured, like the high beats, right? Like they take Joel in, what homegirl, whatever her name is, Firefly lady, she explains to Joel, they've got to operate Marlene, they got to operate on Ellie. The essentially the cure for everything is not from her blood. it's from her brain. And like, that seems just so, what? Like, what? Like, how do we extract it? Like, how do you just extract brain juice? Like, how does this work?
Yeah. I mean, that whole reveal was, I was just like, oh fuck no, that's I did. But again, it like shows like how they laid all of these pieces down, and like in the beginning, I'm like, okay, so how does Marlene know Ellie really, right? Or how does she have that hint that why she would be immune and why she would be able to get her to the right people to examine her. And I was like, oh, it all makes sense. We saw that in the earlier episodes that the cordyceps are around the brain area. We know that Marlene had a connection with Ellie's mother. And I think back to that moment where Ellie was just kind of like locked up and she's like, oh, are you my mom? And Marlene's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Do I look like your mom? And
never heard of her. What are you talking
about? But like all that is still now like paying off, right? But that fucking giraffe though.
Love it. Love it.
I don't love it. I did not love that shit.
I see a fucking giraffe, I think to myself, if you lost basically a lot of your memory of what kind of animals there were, like you didn't know what animals were real, like you still knew what a horse was, right? But you forgot what a giraffe was. No one's ever told you that a unicorn wasn't real. And I described to you a unicorn, and then I fucking described to you what a giraffe looked like.
Yeah.
Which animal are you gonna tell me is fucking make believe?
The giraffe for sure.
I would be like,
you're gonna be like, if I tell you that a giraffe is a real thing, you're gonna be like, you're lying your tits off. Where are the fucking unicorns at?
Right. Then there has to be unicorns, right?
There has to be
unicorns. I've seen a horse, and you're telling me there's another horse with a horn, and that's not the real thing?
Right.
Antelope with a 10-foot neck and a long reptile tongue. That's a real animal? No, giraffes are like aliens or some shit. They ain't come from Earth, bro. Like
big facts.
That shit
big facts.
landed from a meteorite a long time ago.
Right. They're not yeah. They evolved with the cordyceps to be like that.
Theos, you were just talking about that. We needed an infected chase scene.
Okay.
Yeah. The scene of how she was scene of how she was born was added in. All right.
That is interesting. And this is actually one of my favorite things right here. Ellie's mom. That is fantastic.
And because in the last episode, we see the guy who voiced Joel. He was like that dude's number 2.
Right.
The number 2
and that is just the best way. It just made me love the show more. I know it doesn't really like add that much to exactly like the story, just knowing that connection, but it just made me love the show and appreciate like, okay, they're going to pay homage to everything that
everybody
came before them. They're going to adapt it. That's like really dope. That's really nice. That's really cool. The Melman
from Madagascar. He's a giraffe Melman.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Shout out to Madagascar. Yeah,
but that giraffe just looked really weird to me.
It was all CG. It was so
I was just like,
and it just made my whole theory of giraffes just such a weird
fake. Yeah,
it looked even weirder. I was like, yeah, giraffe. Like in that tongue, I was like, yeah, giraffes do be having those fucked up long ass tongues. That doesn't seem like. Look at it. What's the two little points on its head?
It was really weird. It just seemed like a little bit saturation. Yeah,
you know what they do.
This is Melman from Madagascar. Like it does like have that uncanniness of like, oh, this giraffe would have been voice acted and it was about to start talking to them and bullshit. Like it just has a weird vibe to it.
If David Schwimmer's voice came out of that giraffe in this episode, I'd have lost my shit.
Ellie, run. We were on a break, Ellie.
I love it. We were on a break. Did you just Friends reference?
I did. Thank you.
Like I've never even watched that show, but I know the reference.
I wanted them to write like it was that close with how CGI this thing looked. Like the dragons
I'm not
look
mad
more
at this.
real than this giraffe.
Well, dragons are more real
Everything
than
else
giraffes.
looks basically.
Dragons.
Seriously.
Giraffes are fake. Giraffes
Seriously.
are fake, bro.
Yeah, let me. Because honestly, like out of everything on the show, this is probably the weirdest looking asset that they have. Like all of the clickers look top notch.
And we saw
up close
bloaters
and-
too. The bloater
Right.
looked more real than this thing.
The bloater looked more real. Maybe it's like just the lighting of it all.
It's
Like
just
there just
like
seems to
that
be some
CG
weird
just looks
oversaturation
so
going on. And
bad.
literally, this is like my biggest, like this is my really only complaint about the episode. Like I don't even mind that it was that short. It was
Are you
just
sure?
that, yeah.
You're gonna be like Terry. You're gonna be like, "This is my only complaint," and then 5 minutes later, you're gonna complain about some other shit. I want to hear this.
Really like only have other praises.
All
You
right.
know what? Drink every time I do complain about something else.
If people drank every time Terry complained, they'd be dead from alcohol
Oh,
poisoning
yeah.
by the end of our episodes. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, it's phenomenal. They said, bro, what do you want them to do? Rent a real damn drink? I mean, basically,
Yeah, bro.
would they
Duh.
not? I feel like they have the
HBO, they can afford
ability
it.
to.
HBO got that
Yeah.
good money. Let me tell you, I was on that fucking The Last of Us show, and as an extra, you usually get shit food.
Mhm.
Not on an HBO show, bro. We ate
Mm.
fucking good.
Yeah.
On God, what was it? What was the name of that stupid show? It was the one where like 1% of the population disappeared and shit.
Oh, the Left Behind one?
11, yeah, that shit.
Yeah.
You're an extra in the Left Behind series?
What was it called?
Terry's been an extra in a lot of stuff.
I was an extra on fucking Walker Texas Ranger, the newest one.
Yeah, he was.
Bailey. Yeah, I mean
The leftovers HBO,
Leftovers.
bro. I
That's
was like,
hilarious.
And that shit just in the back, but never
That's
where
a-
you can see my face, because that's the trick to always getting called back. As long as they never really see your face, you can like just come back for like almost every episode where they need a big crowd shot and stuff. And they
Nice.
see the back of you, the top of your head, and shit, and money. But HBO
Terry-
got money, so they could have rented a damn giraffe, bro. Like,
Hey, you know why they were feeding you so well there, right? They were leftovers.
Thank you.
I'll see
Thank you.
myself
Hope you're
out
all-
now.
Will Livingston,
That's
ladies
it.
and gentlemen.
And
Will
the
Will
Oscar
Livingston.
goes to. But yeah, Bailey. Yeah, I can understand your hesitancy. You just don't look it right in the eyes, right? You just don't look that
Don't show
giraffe
fear.
right in the eye.
Don't show fear.
And maybe that's they couldn't look this monstrosity in the eyes. You'll lose your soul.
I now love that giraffe has been our favorite like topic to talk about from this episode because we have no clickers. That's all I want to say.
I don't know how to stomp out lions. Yeah, sure, whatever.
I feel like that's a National Geographic fact. Facts.
Bachelors is my favorite show ever made.
Find Terry in the episode.
Find me. The only time you really can know it's me, or you can't even see me, but you can see my car, is season 2, episode, I think 2 or 3, when they first drive into Miracle, Texas. They're doing a crane shot where they see cars going in a line. You see the main character's truck, and then one car's there, and then another car ahead of them is a blue Toyota Matrix, and that's my car, and I'm driving in that scene. That's about it. And then there's like
season 2, episode 2.
Next.
Is it said season 2, episode 2 or something?
Episode 2.
I'm just gonna like.
Are you gonna try and find this right now?
You might be able to see it.
You're not gonna do this.
Opening scene of them driving in with their cars, and I'm one of the drivers.
Don't do this.
We're
You won't
not.
find
Yeah,
I'm
'cause they're
just,
driving
no, I'm
that
just-
pickup truck.
Okay. So when you see them in this pickup truck, just know that you're about to spot Terry.
In that opening scene where they're driving into Miracle, Texas, and in the check.
I'm gonna put this out there, Terry, and we're gonna have to let work something out. But if you find that picture and you send a screenshot to 9nerdyards@gmail.com
Mhm.
of Terry, the first person to do this, we'll get a little swag bag
I'll
from Nine Nerd
get you
Yards.
something.
Little swagger
Yeah.
bag. Yeah, a little
Facts,
swagger bag if you
facts.
find
First person to do that.
All
All right, let's get back to the zombie talk.
Or lack of. Here's another thing.
Let's get back to that goddamn giraffe.
That's like the
Zoom
worst,
thing, the
that's the
hippos.
scariest animal to free.
Well, you
Yeah,
said
hippos
what?
kill so many people.
Yeah, hippo would be terrifying for sure.
Yes.
Just out and about.
Imagine like a mushroomed up hippo, bro. I'm fleeing. I'm burning everything down.
Dude, Athelius is literally trying to make the world burn right now. He said the hippos and the honey badger. Holy shit,
to protect himself, and I can't say I'm
Holy
hating on it because he is right. I mean, if you can get yourself an attack hippo, can you think about it? Hippos, they eat vegetables. They're herbivores.
Mhm.
They
kill people.
They kill people though. They kill
Mhm.
people.
They
This is
kill
like an
people, but they
actual
don't need to
thing.
eat them. They're not eating them. They're just
Well,
so
if
they just
they're
do it-
actually made of herbs now, then they definitely will be.
Bro,
they'll be
so
wiped
you're
off
saying
places.
yeah, just let them go and eat the
That's
mushroom.
They just do it for fun at this point. That's all they do.
Honestly, it should have been a gorilla. It should have been a giant, like just a big ass gorilla that they had to encounter.
That'd be scary, bro.
Gorilla is like I'm most terrified of gorillas just because of their like just humanoid features and the fact that like
that's why I like gorillas the most. I think I'd probably get mauled to death by a gorilla because I'd fuck
Facts.
up. Like,
yeah, you definitely would get mauled to death.
I'd definitely try to like teach that thing how to give dap.
Right. Yeah. No. And then you like smile at it and show you show your teeth to it and it's fucking
Do that.
like yeah, you're fucking done, son.
Yeah.
All right, where were we? That's what I said.
Yes.
So do cordyceps not affect animals or something? Like
Yeah, I don't apparently not.
I don't know,
We
man.
talked about this in the series before. I think when they were hunting the deer and everything, I was thinking about that. Like, how does that work? Are the animals immune?
yeah, like why isn't it affecting animals that?
And if so, why aren't there more stray cats? Like, bro, there's everywhere has stray cats. Like, where are these cats?
Hogs.
Where
hogs
and stuff.
Yeah, where's all this? Like nowhere.
Yeah, guess what I'm gonna be doing though. But nothing else in the game. Only ants, but nothing else in the game. Yes.
Interesting.
Just the insects that get already consumed by it. Now that was just a very crazy moment though. I think that was like a really good scare. And they are like feel like they're pulling a lot just from like tropes from horror movie genre with this lady running through the house and then I don't know why that just happened. The lady running through the house, locking the door and just this frantic thing that she's trying to get away from. I was pretty like tensed up there. That was a really good scene. And her breaking through that door and while she's giving birth, I was like, this is a genuinely terrifying situation.
Yeah.
She fucking like all of a sudden she's like stick.
Mm-hmm.
And then you hear wah! You're like, oh shit.
Exactly.
Talk about that's like my new birthing method. Fuck, just epidurals, natural births, water births. I'm just gonna you come to me and I'm gonna try to attack you for your life while you're trying to get birthed out. And that baby will just plop out.
Yeah.
That's my new birthing method.
Yeah. It may be the savior of the world too. Who knows? It may be the way to cause the
now to get that baby coming out.
This season really made the entire game so much better. The story holds up so well. I definitely agree with you. Frozen Whirlpool. Come on. Joel was right. Okay. That's a good Frozen Whirlpool. Let's get a poll going. Let's see in the cast. Hashtag Joel was right or hashtag Joel was wrong crazy. Yikes.
I don't know, man. Like I don't know what would you guys do?
I mean, again, this show explores the gray area of human morality so much and ethics. Like selfishly, for Joel reasons, Joel takes Ellie, right? Like, oh, will this make the world a better place? The world's already fucked. Like, I don't know.
All right, that's what we're talking about.
Y'all fight it out in the comments. Let's go.
What's
But
wrong
yeah,
with what?
I don't know, man. Like, it's like, I think it's more favored. Like, do you favor Joel? First thing in the show, we're told there's no way to make a cure.
Yeah, because so you're talking about the first scene of the goddamn show when they actually opened up with those guys talking about it.
The Scientologists.
Okay. Let me see here. Yeah, the Science Bros. Man, that's actually a really good point there. Because I was thinking like, oh, do you mean Joel said that there was no cure? Because I'm not going to take his word for it at this point, but
Astragalus, any one of them could become capable of burrowing into our brains and taking control, not of millions of us, but billions of us.
Damn! Shout out to Jonathan from The Mummy. That was such a great cameo.
That is Jonathan from The Mummy. That was giving it away. Nice.
Yeah, I love that dude. I always like the guy who kind of sucks, but and he makes it through it. It's like, man, that'd definitely be me. I'd be that dude. I know I'm not that good. I'll play my luck.
Yeah, I mean, I think we're told that, but that's also too. It's like a magic trick, right? Like that's like, oh, there's no cure, but then we find this kid where there could be a cure. Like who would have thought like getting bit while you're born and becoming like essentially again the blade of the apocalypse like would help to save people potentially if like some sort of cure can be extracted.
But here's the thing: they keep using the word cure, and that's wrong. It's
not a cure.
Be a cure at all. It's a vaccine.
Yeah.
Because the way they explained it, they were saying that it would release a signal to tell the other cordyceps, no, I'm already infected, guy. Don't worry.
Yeah, I'm already cordyceps.
Like, well, that's not a cure because you couldn't if somebody's all getting it and then you infect them, like you couldn't reverse it. You'd have to to everybody beforehand and inoculate them basically at birth.
Right, exactly.
They're saying cure, but they mean vaccine.
Right. Yes. And who knows, that vaccine could just be like, oh, if you're a baby and you grow up with it, then
what if it could work out? What if you're what if you're like too old?
Right, like like chicken pox. Like if you get the chicken pox for when you're older, it's like a lot more deadly. Yeah, will actually fucking kill you. So
I think the morality question we should ask is this world like if Joel's right or wrong? I think it's more of is this world worth attempting to try and save at this point? And like I think based on what we've seen in this season, like slim to none chance that it's worth saving. Like the people,
Oh no! Why'd he say it? I think someone's at the door.
Who's that? Let's see.
I think we might have
what we got
coming up. I think Athelius might have summoned him.
Yeah. Oh shit!
Oh no!
Is it time?
Oh. Let me tell you something about vaccines and this cure. We all know that they're basing this off of. We all know that ever since the pandemic has started, they've been trying to press propaganda. They want you to get medically vaccinated. It is not a cure. We all know that everything is wrong about the information. What they're trying to spread is everything is right. And Joel is obviously us. He's not a lizard person. He's just trying to help make the world a better place. And they're trying to hide in all sort of trauma and pedophiling going along with the elite. And all these people that are fighting, they want civil war and unrest in America. We all know that this is a goddamn truth 9. We need to tell the people.
What about the communists? What about the communists? On the communists,
they're trying to spread propaganda, Russian propaganda. Do we want these people to be okay, not okay, vaccinated, unvaccinated? God damn it, 9! Just don't do it. Don't take the needle. Listen, I've been trying to tell you for the last 10 years that they're going to come up with some sort of, ever since Operation Paperclip, we've been trying to do all sort of experiments on America and we know we've got the proof, we've got the documents to prove that this is something that the elite are hiding from us. This is not a cordyceps mushroom thing. We all know this is from the gay frogs. They're putting fluoride in our water, and they're trying to like take over one person at a time, and they want to put us all in concentration camps. This show is just telling everybody the truth. Everybody follow it.
Operation Portobello. Ellie's just a crisis actor.
We've known about Operation Portobello since the start of Olive Garden. When Olive Garden started, we all knew that it was part of a bigger operation. They released Super Mario Brothers. Olive Garden trying to spread this news to everybody and trying to make it mainstream. If you notice in Super Mario, what does he eat? He eats a mushroom. What are they trying to do in the show? They're eating mushrooms and they're becoming evil. We all know this, goddammit.
Thank you so much, Alex Jones, for not plugging InfoWars and the correlation with 9NerdYards this time. That was great. Don't ever come back. Oh shit, Bailey! No fucking way. Hold on here.
Bring it up.
Oh my god! All right, let's see if we actually have something here.
Oh, let's do it. Let's do it. Do it to it, Nine. Before Alex Jones comes back.
Okay, let's see here.
It's not. It's no longer 9NerdYards. It's 9NerdWars. That's what it's going to be from now on.
No. Only just a crisis actor really got me.
We all know that. Oh my
Dude,
god!
what?
Right there.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
Hold on. So where are you at?
Right there, driving.
Oh shit!
That's me. So I was driving in that scene, and I'm so mad they cut this one clip out because I thought it was gonna be longer. But when I park, this other girl that I met during the scene, she parks, and then we all go into like the building together. And every time we would cross and meet each other, we would do like this double high five thing. And we thought they caught it, but they cut it out.
What the fuck? Oops, sorry about that. So, yeah, Bailey, fucking great work there. That was so fast. That was too fast. We'll be sending you a swag bag, getting that together. May just reach out to you for like delivery information and info, but
yeah, email your
work
info
there. Jesus.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Email your info if you didn't do that already, Bailey. Email the info so that we can get everything set up for you.
Amazing. They're making it out the hood. Kirsten made it out the hood first. Now Terry.
And that's Terry's turn.
Terry's been in and out of the hood, man. He's gonna be in Japan, back in Japan again soon too.
That's right. All them
two
Japans.
winners.
It's a me, cordyceps.
I have a lot of chocolate. So I hope film age. I hope you like a lot of chocolate. Kendra, if you're listening to this later, I also hope you like a lot of chocolate. It was way there, and it tastes way better over there. That's just
chocolate. Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, you're coming back from Turkey. Before you left, you said, bring me back something, Terry, in the chat. Then you brought some people back some stuff, and that goes to Film Age, and then also Kendra. Oh, Kendra.
Kenya. Is it Kenya? Kenya. That's right.
Sure. No, Kenya won it. Yeah, Kenya won it.
I'm fucking up people's names. Kenya. Yeah.
Kenya won it. Sorry,
Kenya.
But yeah, if you listen to this later, Kenya, we got you.
We do the sweepstakes, and they're real, folks. So the next time Terry leaves, make sure you're watching.
Oh, also, I also got you something more than chocolate too. When you guys get it, please send us a picture so we can show. Because these gifts are.
Okay. Yeah, I definitely want to know what's up with that. Now let's see here. Yeah, we're all over with this episode. Yeah, but Ellie's mom. And you know what? I was thinking of like,
moving past.
But I did want to just say, like, I was thinking, I was like, wow, that actually does look a lot like Ellie. Like, that's actually really
Oh,
good
yeah,
casting.
yeah,
And
yeah.
then with that connection, I was like, oh shit, that's actually really perfect. Actually,
Right?
Also-
I was like, yeah, that dude look like her motherfucking mom.
that
Huh?
looks like
But
her.
like also too, like putting her in the jacket as well, like
Mhm.
didn't
Uh,
it added to the like, oh, like they're even wearing the same color clothes, like
absolutely.
they're really trying to bring those tie-ins together. Well, Bailey, we're glad you joined. She said she was just watching The Wire last night, tonight too. So yeah, well, welcome.
Oh, I was going actually filmed a reaction video because I just started watching The Wire. So I filmed a reaction of me watching the first episode and maybe
Oh,
dropping that just as some supplementary content. So maybe look out for that video sometime this week. I don't know.
yeah,
But good show. Really good show.
love it.
Shouldn't have
Love
held
it.
off watching it for this long. Let's see here. Let's go through this. Yeah, but we get back with Marlene here. And damn. Yikes.
Right, look how it spreads through them real quick.
It's really bad. Let's see here. You guys got anything?
My question here that kind of perplexed me. All right, we knew Marlene, she was a Firefly right then and there. That was her homegirl. She took care of homegirl's baby. She's a Firefly. How did Ellie end up in the federal school?
Because it was probably just the only way, like, to actually protect her.
Yeah,
To actually
put her
like
in, like,
make sure that she
put her in a
grows
public
up
school.
safe. Yeah,
Yeah.
just like, okay, I'm out here like literally thugging, being a gangster. There's no way we're going to be able to actually take care of this baby. Let's just put her in the QZ.
Yeah,
Let's see that. Or this may even be before technically the Fireflies became like an actual thing, and maybe they were just like a group that was traveling to Boston together, and then they kind of like also joined the Fireflies. I think that what's more interesting is that the correlation between Marlene and Ellie's mom and Ellie's relationship with Storm Reed's character when we got what we got in episode 7, right? Just kind of like ride or die together, maybe even like slightly in love at some points, right? But they were growing up best friends, and then they had to meet kind of similar fates for each of their respective like friend and shoot the other.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Anyways,
I did want to go back to this comment too from Frozen Whirlpool. I've been having this argument since 2013, and I've never been able to change my opinion on it. If it were me and my decision making, I wouldn't have been able to let get go.
I think let her go. Yeah.
Did you let her go, passenger? Yeah, I was thinking the same thing because I was like, yeah, of course, Joe, go get that kid. But then I was like, oh wait, oh no, Joel.
Oh no! Oh no! 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 No!
Yeah.
How long has this trip been with those two?
It's been many months,
right? Yeah, many months.
Mm-hmm.
Because at one point we calculated
and
it was like
timeline of them hanging out together from first episode to this one.
I want to say
a year,
6 to 9 months.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I think there was like a 3-month time skip.
Yeah. So, yeah, I feel like we if we look at it just through that time realm, like, okay, like, yeah, they made it there and yada yada. Let's look at this real quick though. I want to, yeah.
Absolutely.
She got jungle fever. She's sick. She got one disease, and it's jungle fever.
not caused by cordyceps. So yeah, I mean, again, you know what I liked about this, and we've not talked about this, is the humor that sort of like added in, sprinkled in as they're walking through the city. Like there was some solid like moments that made me chuckle. Especially even like the instance where he's like, all right, here's a plan. And she's like, well, we're going to go around the corner, go into the building, go up in the skyscraper, look around, and then game plan. He's like, no,
I got
we're just going to. And then him coming back to, actually, yeah, that's what we're.
Yeah.
I got some dynamite in that car. He's like, really? No. Exactly what the fuck I'm gonna do.
He's such a dad in this episode.
Yeah. You want me to
such a
teach you how to
dad.
play? Like, we could play Boggle, and you'll beat me at it.
Right.
Just
yeah.
like I'm like I'm like Joel is slowly turning into Peggy Hill, bad Spanish and wants to play Boggle. It's gonna be great. Like,
Right.
I got some beefaroni. It's
Yeah. We have an hamburger helper.
That does sound like I'm getting to like keep my kid for the weekend, bachelor, new dad again, and kid. I got to feed her beefaroni in this Boggle game.
Right.
And also too, but also too, this is all in an effort to cheer her up. Like he can tell, like she's kind of switched off. It's he knows to not take it personal. It's not about him. It's about what they just went through. But he is now stepping up as like a dad to be like, all right, this is what I would do probably for my daughter. I'm going to try and do this and just sort of be a little loose and silly goose. You know what I mean? And try to make things better as best as we can with the materials that we have. So it was a real sweet moment. It was a real moment of Joel being like, I love you without saying I love you. You know, it was real nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Gosh, let's see here.
What? So many good comments.
Now, okay, I agree with you at one point where he because we know her choice was to go there because he asked her, do you want to go? We can go back to Tommy's. You don't have to do any of this shit and meet up at the hospital. We can go back to Tommy's and chill. And then her decision was, no, I want to go through it. But she was under the impression it was like a blood draw, something like that, and she was gonna be able to walk back out of there and then go to Tommy's with Joel. Like they lied to her, so it's like
exactly.
Did they really take away the choice from her because they didn't present that choice to her fully? They didn't say, "Guess what? In order to save humanity, you have to die. Do you want to die to save humanity?" They didn't tell her that.
Exactly. I was actually wondering that too. Like, did she have any sense of what her fate would actually be before then?
Because Marlene said we didn't tell her. She just thinks it's a surgery and she's being put to sleep right now. And so they did not tell her. Marlene point blank said we didn't tell her the truth of what's happening. So it's just like, if they told her the truth and she still went with it, I feel like, yeah, you're absolutely right. He stole that decision from her, but they didn't tell her the truth.
Right.
But here's this. Yeah. It's like, but she also, I mean,
but
this may just be on the Fireflies.
But she didn't know making the difference means sacrificing her life.
Right. But would Ellie be okay with that? You know?
No.
You don't think she would be okay with being the possible savior?
No, she wants to see more giraffes, bro. We all know this, and tell funny jokes.
That's true. Tell more jokes.
Come on now.
Yeah. I really like the role reversal between the two in this episode. I feel like the entire season, Ellie has been trying to cheer and annoy Joel up after Tess, and this one has him in that role instead.
Exactly.
And especially after last episode, which still is like haunting me, like her face surrounded by fire after that scene, and then like going out into the cold. I was like, man, she is fucked for life. Like she is completely like going to be traumatized for forever. You're done.
Yeah.
No therapy, no guidance counselors anymore, Ellie. She saw so many people die, and she wants for them not to be in vain. And the choice was taken from her. See, like Adelius is like swaying me to like,
I do believe you, but I'm still kind of hung up on this one part of they didn't tell her that she needed to die. Like that's the only
Yeah.
thing keeping me from not being 100% on Othelius' side. Like he got me like just 95% convinced. I agree, but
Mhm.
and at some point, I think maybe even if they did, I told y'all, yes, it is. It's just because he definitely just had that. I gotta like try to get custody back of my daughter vibe going on.
Mhm.
But that just kind of proves how much he does really like love her now. It's like this is his daughter 2.0. They like died, like she died at the age that he now has her, and it's like. And it's kind of like, ooh, look, I got like more of a boyish daughter now. Like I can do like guy stuff with her. And
I did think that was kind of like really cute, though. He was just like, "I'm not saying that you're not girly or anything." I was like, "Bro, like you really don't need to say that."
But he goes along with it being like, "I'm fucking not girly at all."
Yeah, that's what I was like. Yeah, that's
like okay, yeah. I'm glad we. Yeah. It's like that's the tomboy daughter he really wanted.
But yeah, he did lie straight to her fucking face.
Yeah,
that's, and I mean,
but
that's what had me sitting there after the episode, and then I was like, damn, okay, I'm not sure about any of this anymore. Like, I was on board with a lot of stuff, but I'm just not sure. What's the last exchange between Ellie and Joel when she talks about Riley again? You know, we may have to. So let's see here.
I don't know, man. I don't
know.
know.
Get to that building.
We already did the
Joel
giraffe,
just
bro.
like, yeah, I know. I do just like how Ellie was just like, oh, fuck this ladder. Like, come on, bro. This felt like a very big like video game thing. Like, I know that you do this type of shit in the video game.
Right.
Let's see here.
But yeah, I think again, it just goes to like all these decision making aspects of like where does like where's Joel's allegiance like it was with the Fireflies, like right, like it's sort of side swaps. He sort of swap sides, and we see that. I think Joel at the beginning of this season would have been okay with them killing Ellie. And then the season goes on, and he's not okay with that same decision making. He's not the same person, and it's just interesting. Now he puts his life at risk to save. Like he's finally like essentially like found that passion and that that essence of like being free of the past somewhat, and moving past that and learning to move on and finding that with Ellie. So I think for him, it's not just like, oh, it's another human life that's dying, but it's also too like he's trying to get back what he lost with his daughter. It's a selfish reason.
And it is very selfish. It is very selfish. I think like, but where the confusion comes from for me, or like my aspect is that like, okay, but if I'm in his shoes, you know what I mean? Can I relate to like the selfish decision? And maybe it doesn't make it completely right, but with that, but from his perspective, could it be right?
Right.
Could it actually be right? And then I think we get like one of my favorite quotes here. If we want to break down this scene, what's going on in this scene, Terry, where they're taking a walk. He goes, the guy that missed, it was me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. What y'all think about this one right here?
Right, because he reveals it's like, this is the army. It was before Vedra, and they had like medical tents. I remember I was here. It was like, was it because of that shot? And it was like, yep. It was like, I didn't need to tell you about the truth of the guy. It was like that guy was me who missed.
Yeah, I was like, oof, Joel, man. Very touching moment. but he's getting vulnerable too, you know.
Yeah,
As much as
mhm.
Ellie does at the end of the episode, he's sort of, you know, taking that veil off right now, you know.
Let's see here. And she doesn't have the ability to regret that choice, even if she did have the ability to make it. Can a 12 to 13-year-old make that choice with sound reason anyways? Yeah, that's true. Like she ain't that's too much. That's way too much. But Joel lied like crazy in the end, and she's too smart to not figure it out sooner rather
I
than
mean,
later.
she
Yeah,
figured
she
it
is
out right then and there. Like,
right then. She just looks in his eyes and was like, "Come on, man, you capping."
But I felt
Right.
like at that point, I felt like she really just accepted it and just was like, I know he's lying to protect me because he thinks he's protecting me somehow by lying to me. And you know what? At this point, I don't even much motherfucking care, you know, whatever.
Yeah, like
I'm
what
sure he had a
happened
good
must have
reason
happened.
to tell me why he broke me out of there and what really happened. And we home now. Ain't nothing else.
Ooh, but Othelia's coming in with the Othelia's is like giving me that doubt. Like, okay, you guys are giving me something to think about. Let's see here. Hey, Bailey, that is fair. But I think it's here. Yeah, this is actually just ooh, that is my goddamn line right there, though.
So time heals all wounds, I guess.
It wasn't time that did it.
Bro, that look.
I was like, oh, my heart balls. It wasn't time that did it. I was like, that is one of the sweetest things you could probably say that he's ever said, right? And I think at that point, it really didn't matter. Like, he's going John Wick on him, right? He is literally, he's going to be Thanos. Better watch out.
Facts. Othelia's right here.
Might be out of line for this, but everything Tommy judged Joel for was proven right to me.
Right?
Yeah.
He was a damn dirty killer, killing all kinds of people, no regrets, and that's all what he did. Like, even people he surrendered, he was just like, no, boom, no. He was like, I ain't taking no prisoners right now. And, you know, like I was so surprised he walked out of there without killing those nurses.
Yeah, me too. I was like, yeah,
was go boom, boom, right in the back of their heads. So I
men, women, children. Here, the acting they do there just with their faces is so damn good. Yeah, absolutely. I was like watching that. I was like, okay, all right, no thug tears, but shit, it almost got me. It almost got me. The Last of Us. Dude, only think about himself when the rest of the world experienced the same grief he did. Filmmakers just like, nah, I need to see way more carnage on this one.
Just, man, I thought this was brutal as fuck.
I did feel
like
I did feel like it was brutal.
Over the top.
I can kind of feel that you know, maybe if it, especially if you like played the game. I haven't played the game, but if you're like actually controlling the character while doing that shit, it must feel a lot more brutal in those moments to actually be going through the hospital.
Right. I figured like the actual playing of it would be. I think they did probably a fair enough job as you could to really translate something like that without making it like just kind of corny. Like if you get like too brutal and stuff and heads are exploding, it's like it gets kind of corny, you know?
Right here.
I think they did a fair enough. This and goddamn, you got me not hating. What the fuck?
Everybody's done a job well done.
But yeah, I mean, this was what Filmate said earlier. Just I was saying, just 9. It'd be hard boil just Joel in a single shot. Yeah, I think they could have like maybe presented the carnage, not even like more like bloody or anything. Just maybe presented it in a different way. One shot would have definitely lended to like the brutalness of it. Because even when he was moving through the hospital, I was like, okay, I'm not sure how many fireflies are in this place, but it really doesn't matter, I guess, because he's going to be
obviously not enough, but it felt like they had a lot, and they all got capped. Like,
yeah.
Oh, I guess we finally get to this. That doctor, God.
The doctor
and I
scene.
admire the trying because he knew what was at stake. And it's just like, man, was that room soundproof? Because you just heard bullets after bullets. You know how many people were between you and basically the bottom of this place where they were at. You knew that was like at least 20 fucking dudes, all heavily armed. And this man has just mowed through all of them. And the only fucking thing you got is a scalpel. And you still just said, bitch, fuck around and find out with me. Come on. You just said, this man just still said, I want all the smoke.
Yeah.
And
all the smoke.
He wanted
all of that.
All of it. And then Phil Major's still like, nah, shit was vanilla. He shot 3 people that weren't
like,
even trying to fight him. No, shit was Bailey. Shit was vanilla.
He shot that motherfucker point blank in the head. He could have just kneecapped him and been like, bro, no, but we need doctors, so boom, stop it. No, he was just like, he won't play. Let's play. Boom.
Yeah.
And the nurse was just like, I am not a hero.
I do like this moment right before they get to the hospital, though. Like, they're just like so like in their own world, just chatting it up. Everything is so sweet, right? But then
7 minutes.
I'll give it a 5.
the way they look
5
around there, that shit just like, I don't know, made me kind of crack up. They're like, oh fuck.
And
Boom.
as you watch, as you watch it too, right before then, you see the
people like creeping up too.
Behind them,
like,
yeah.
Guys, what are you doing? Reading puns to each other. It was Livingston all along, dude. It's Livingston.
Oh man, love it.
But yeah, they get kidnapped. And Marlene's like, God, she is such a ruthless bitch. You got hit pretty hard. It's like, yeah, y'all did that.
Right.
you didn't need to hit me that hard. We were coming to hang out with y'all. Fuck you.
Right. That isn't, I don't like that. I don't want friends that kind of welcoming. If I go to a friend's party and they knock me out and they're like,
well,
you got hit pretty hard.
They didn't know who he was, but
right.
I mean, I feel like if you wanted to, like, hey, if you see a solo dude with a girl, that's the people we're waiting on, and like, come on, like, you didn't give them a description. Yeah, it was a little
bro,
fun.
playing that part in the level made me feel sick. I did not feel like the good guy. Yeah, yeah, like that's the thing. Is like if you're like, oh, I don't know if I need to do all of this killing here. And I was mad at when he killed my boo thing, Marlene. Yeah, protect black women. It's a statement about the culture and about the times. So they like, yeah, I agree. Protect black women. And why did you all have to shoot 2 of the first 3 guys in the dick?
Do we think he's still salty from getting knocked out by one of them? He doesn't know who it is. He's just like, one of y'all did it. I'm shooting y'all in the dick. So play Rochambeau. We'll figure it out.
Wrong.
Why is Marlene's like, please don't kill me? And he's like, no, you're going to still come after me. I know it.
Like, yeah, we got to end this right now.
Ruthless. Cold-blooded.
But see, this is the thing. Right here. This is the thing. Like, this was unnecessary right here, I think. When they did this. Like, bro, you did not need to do all that, bro.
Why?
He wasn't
Yeah,
he wasn't about to swing on her. You don't need to like put him down like a dog, right? Like, thank you so much for bringing for getting here. You've had a long journey. This is like literally the first time I was like, okay, now you need to go. This guy, you can get all of that, all of the hands, bro.
You
Be
can catch
honest.
me outside. How about that? But yeah, you're going through the whole scene.
I'm just going.
I just felt when they were escorting him, Marlene should have known better and should have been like, I am gonna send you out with like 4 fucking dudes, and you're gonna be in handcuffs, and then we're gonna let you go.
I think part of her knew he could have done that. That's why she's like, I'm just waiting for him at the end then. Like, because there has to be some sort of anticipation that like he's gonna fuck around and everybody else is gonna find out.
Yeah.
And Marlene was just like, listen, like this has to go down. Like that's why she was where she was. Like it's not that she was in the hospital and tried to stop him there. Like she waited for him at the end because I think part of her knew like, well, this could go south real quick, but hopefully it doesn't.
Just that whole time, I'm like, come on, you know this dude's pissed. He's on back up from him. Back up from him. Put your fingers, put that fucking gun at him. Get ready. Like,
right.
Send 2 more dudes too, because just come on, man. Like he would have been handcuffed.
What are you doing? Keep walking.
And would have escorted his ass out. About to do some shit.
God, John Wickenham.
You're done. You're done.
John Dickenham. That's what it is, right there.
Like seriously, bro. Like what?
Really him. You're a victim. You're a victim. Here we go.
Seriously though.
That's it. What else haven't we touched on so far? They escape in a car finally. I have to do it on foot. That made me feel good.
I just wanted to play this clip here. I think we can.
Oh yeah. Uh-oh. It's happening.
I won't let you take her.
You what? You what?
You won't let who do what?
The nigga swung his body to the side.
He tried.
Oh man.
Unhook her.
How did you get in here?
I said unhook her.
I won't let you take her.
Well.
What is he doing? What is he doing?
He's beginning to believe.
Stop it. Get some help.
These motherfucking
Oh my
fools. Don't do that. Just don't do that. It's a bad plan, man. He already got through all of the guys with the guns.
Like all that, like, how did you get up here? It's like, bro, you didn't hear all that fucking gunfight? Don't kill me.
Yeah. It's like when you level up your whole character in a video game, and then still like the grunts are going after you killed all the bosses and stuff. It's like, bro, I'm that guy. I am that guy. Just like step aside, dude. Let's see here. Then there's one more boss. There's one more boss though.
There is. And we make it past that too. Are you trying to line up the clip? Is that what you're trying to do? Oh, we're moving past it. We're in the car scene.
I mean,
again, I really like this scene because like I hadn't played the video game. I had no idea. Like as he's driving away, I'm like, he wouldn't drive away. Like hopefully he made it out. Like hopefully everything goes good. And just to see her in the back seat, and I I think sort of see the looks and the conversation that they have, like him lying about everything to her, and like sort of just, I think, sweeping under the rug the fact that all the stuff he had to do just to be like, selfishly, I wanted to get you out of there. I didn't think that you deserved to die. You didn't have a choice in this, like, right? Like, this was my decision for you. It was a very like parental thing. And so again, this really goes on to, even then, like, should he have told her the truth? Should he have not? Right? Was that what would have happened? Was she gonna also too, like in my head, I'm like, what's she gonna do? Run away? Like, where's she gonna go? Nowhere.
Exactly. Yeah.
All right. So just tell her what the fuck he did, dude. Like, not a big deal.
But still, like, he doesn't want to. I can't imagine him like trying to explain that to his like actual real daughter. Like, if his real daughter would have like seen the person he's become, she would be horrified. She would be completely horrified.
Oh my god, this comment right here.
When Birdman pulled up. Pulled up on me for. Yes, exactly. Put some respect on my name.
This one right here. R.I.P. Marlene, you were too fine for this world.
Yes. But yeah, this does have like the vibe of like, you know, teenager gets way too drunk at a party and dad has to like pick her drunk ass up while she's passed out in the backseat or some shit.
Right. But he's just being a dad at this point, and being prime Mando right here, and you love to see it.
I'm sorry.
You love to see it. Just be capping everybody getting capped.
He was slick with it too. He was just like, yeah, I'm carrying her. Like, what am I going to do? You got a gun on me.
Oh no!
Just no!
But I kind of felt like, I know he had that gun underneath her somewhere. It's like
he's got it. Yeah,
you gotta have something like that.
That's
slick shot.
Captain America over here. Yeah, I love it.
Slick shot. Oof.
Yeah.
Don't even want to show this one. This is brutal.
But you're gonna do it.
You just come after her.
You're right.
You just come after her.
See it, chump. See it, chump.
Bye.
Bye. Oh man, Othelius, you're on a roll today, brother. Love it. This one right here. I'm praying on his. Joining the haters ball because of Joel. You'll be in good company with Terry. I'll tell you that much.
Excuse me, I gotta put some water in Buck Nasty's mama's dish.
Hey.
Love it. Well, let's start to wrap this up. Producer T, any final notes, any final things we didn't touch on that you feel we need to recap?
Just the ending, just kind of like, there was no like real cliffhanger or nothing. It just felt like this was like the end of the show. It's like, this is how the game ended? Is my question. It's just like the first game, they just made it back to like Tommy's town. It was just like, he lied to her, game over, and that's it. Like,
we'll see you on the next one. I don't know. Somebody tell us in the comments. This is how it ended.
I have no idea
how it actually ended in the game.
But I mean, I actually love this ending though.
I think it sets up for season 2.
Acting her ass off, and like I can kind of just, we know exactly what she's thinking, and we know that, like, I think the last line is just like, okay, and I'm like, yeah, you not convinced,
but still willing to accept, like, that's what it is.
Okay.
Just
That's how what you're gonna say what happened. That's what we're gonna say what happened.
Yeah, okay. That's
right.
Like, yeah, it's not like I don't believe you, but that is now just the truth that we're living in.
which I think so many as we go through these last episodes, right? Like so many people live in that world of like this ain't exactly what it is, but we're sort of living with our own version of like whatever reality is or how it feels to us. Yeah, that's how the game ends. Interesting.
I would be too. I was like, that's how it ended. I was like, that's weird.
I think they all know everybody's coming back to see Pedro, so like they don't give a shit. They're like, we'll just do it like this, and you're coming back anyway, so shut up and stop complaining.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Will this second season, since there's like a time jump between the first and the second game, right?
I imagine they'll keep Pedro, like they'll stretch it out. They'll do some fillers.
I feel like, are they gonna like just all of a sudden make up these storylines that are saying this is what we feel like happened between the first and the second game and just make that a whole season?
Maybe. I think you keep Pedro for
and then that way you could like just keep Pedro for a while, make up your own story, and you could have all your free reign as long as it lines up to the beginning of the second game.
Years.
Oh yeah, so 5 years. So it's like, do you think like the second season might be things that happen in between those 5 years?
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind like just a movie
I'd like to see
with
that.
these characters or something, just a movie.
Only if I get more zombies, so I want a movie.
You Bush lied about WMDs.
But we needed to take out Saddam anyway, and we need that more money, boy.
Swear to me. Swear to me that everything you said about the Fireflies is true.
Why? It doesn't matter.
He's like, ooh,
this comment right. This comment right.
Yeah, giving his mission accomplished speech.
Is your foot? Wait. Is your foot? You can't get fooled again. Yeah.
Right. There's an old saying down in Texas.
I'm sure it's in Tennessee, but I just in here in Texas. Fool me once, shame on. Fool me, you can't get fooled again. Yeah. Oh, baby boy!
I wish I had that clip.
On that note, 9. What are your round out points? Let's start to wrap it up.
I haven't looked at the IMDb. Let's look at the
IMDb score.
I will look at the IMDb score, guys. Guess in the comments what the
I'll go with an 8.87, 8.87, something like that.
7, 8, 10. All right. What about you, Terry?
For me, I was giving it an 8.5.
Okay.
Maybe 8.3, really, but
okay, I could see that. It's an 8.
Mm-hmm.
What do we got, 9? What do we got?
9.2.
Whoa,
23,000. And I'm saying, like, I really like this episode. I mean, I just like the whole fucking series overall, but like, I really appreciated this episode.
I always lowball it a little bit, but it was a good episode.
9.4. So yeah, I don't think it's as good as the last episode. That one was like literally I was on the edge of my seat the whole time. I think that was peak right there.
That's top tier.
But TV. I think this one was like really cool. It got me really interested in what's going to be coming next. Let's see here.
And long time made it back up to 8.0.
Oh,
okay.
The only one that's still below is Left Behind. They still have that one at a 7.4, but everything else is an 8 or above.
Okay, long time. I'm glad that one finally got some loving.
And a lot of 9s. 1, 2,
I'm trying
3,
to pull it up.
4, 5. 5 out of 10 episodes had a 9, over a 9.
Okay, so
that's solid.
And
then you got
Endure and Survive. That was like a really good episode too. 9.5. That's the highest rated one. I wouldn't have thought that this would be the highest rated one. It's a really good episode. It's got the bloaters. It's got a lot of different little pulls to it.
I feel like it kind of had everything in that one.
It's got all of the people, which is interesting because Kathleen, that character, is not part of the game.
Right.
So they were able to do that. But also, I mean, long time, that isn't part of the game either.
Long time has the fucking most reviews.
Yeah, it got bombed, huh?
Yeah, had
And
to.
I guess it got positive
Oh,
bomb. It's
shit,
at 210.
210K.
Yeah,
Yes.
210K.
Jesus.
And then the next one that's not even close, but the second one is the first episode at 101K. So it's like, wow. Yeah, a long time had a lot of people fighting over it.
Yeah. That's interesting.
This producer Terry's like, this is why I'm moving to Japan. Nobody's fighting over
Yeah, they clap for the loser in boxing matches and shit. You know, everybody gets.
Yeah, there's respect in fighting sports. Yeah,
so.
But yeah, Nine. Anything else we should get to before we wrap this up?
Not necessarily, I guess. I just want to, just say thank you to everyone that's been joining us so long with this. It was kind of like just an out of the hat decision to make, do streams about this, and you guys seem to really enjoy us going through it, and you guys have been so engaging in the comments. So thank you so much for vibing with us this whole season. Can't believe it's already over 9 weeks.
I know we did it. We done it. It's lovely. And yeah, for sure. Thank you, everybody. Producer T, let's get on out of here. Where can people find you if they want to reach out to you for all things that are in the nerd spectrum?
As always, they can find me on my Instagram at terryfphotos. Just hit me up on there. Where did I put these damn? I had some of the pins next to me, and I don't know where they went.
I got you.
You guys.
Pins. Someone show up the pins. Don't forget, hit me up, DM me. We got the pins.
Lanta pins. Got stickers. Just came
and we
through.
got stickers now.
Yeah, stickers.
Yeah.
Going to be, working on designing some merch, like actual apparel, maybe some shirts, maybe some hats, something.
Some gloves you can get your merch on, like Joel. Yeah.
Be cool like Keanu Reeves and get you some merch.
That's right. Nine, where can people find you if they want to reach out to you for what's going on in the wonderful world of Nerd Nation?
Right here, my guys. Right here on 9NerdYards. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok has been blowing up. Thanks for that money for transferring that content over into the TikTok platform. That's been great. The Patreon is $1. I put stuff up there first. It's the stuff that I can. It doesn't get copyright claimed, so it's not a butchered video with all these weird assets overlaid on top of it to dodge the copyright. It's like the cleanest version of all of my videos. So that $1 will get you that content. I'm going and some exclusive Atlanta content on there as well. Join the Discord. We got a bunch of people in that motherfucker. Yeah.
Do it to it. Well, you can follow me, Money Blake Weather, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. You can follow my other podcast, Unfiltered Bachelor, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or on your favorite podcast app, anywhere podcasts are, wherever your favorite one is. That's where the show is. And you can follow me on this channel. I'm actually we'll be dropping a Scream 6 breakdown within the next 24 hours. I'm a huge Scream fan. It's a video essentially comparing Scream 6 to Scream 2 in the best of ways because I'm such a fan. And so, if you see
I haven't even watched this yet, guys.
Yeah, if you see it and you don't hear Nine's voice, he did not transform into me. It's me narrating my first ever breakdown video. So hopefully everybody enjoys it. I want to thank everybody for tuning in all season for The Last of Us. Everybody tonight, Othelius, Bailey, Film Age. Who else am I missing? Decker, Clips, Joseph. Anybody else that I'm missing? I'm just sort of scrolling. Frozen Whirlpool. Thank you, everybody out there. Thank you so much for tuning in all season. Join us on Wednesday. We're still breaking down Mandalorian. And join us on Thursday. We are breaking down Dave. and like season 2 until season 3 drops. So just look out for those videos. And as soon as season 3 drops, we will be breaking that down as well. So we thank y'all. We love y'all. Good night, sweet dreams, all that good stuff. And if you are watching this on a replay, morning, evening, afternoon, whatever time you're listening to this, we do appreciate you. Till the next time, we'll see you.